Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about 3 signs that almost nobody connects to their diet because they don't look like dietary symptoms at all. Not bloating, not digestive discomfort, not the obvious signals that send people reaching for a probiotic or an elimination protocol. I'm talking about the quieter, stranger, more easily misattributed signs that your eating pattern is working against your biology in ways that are measurable, documented, and consistently overlooked. These are the signs that get blamed on stress, on aging, on genetics, on screen time, on everything except the one variable that is often most responsible. And I want to name them clearly today because recognizing a signal accurately is the first step toward doing something useful about it. The first hidden sign is that your mouth is frequently dry, your lips crack easily, and your eyes feel gritty or irritated without an obvious cause. This constellation of symptoms, dry mouth, dry lips, dry eyes, is almost universally attributed to inadequate water intake or environmental dryness. And hydration does matter. But when it persists, despite drinking enough water, the more likely explanation is a deficit in the fat-soluble nutrients that maintain mucosal tissue integrity throughout the body, specifically vitamin A, omega-3 fatty acids, and in some cases, vitamin D. According to research, subclinical vitamin A insufficiency is significantly more prevalent than clinical deficiency in populations eating modernized diets, particularly among individuals who restrict animal products without strategic dietary planning or who eat heavily processed food diets low in fat-soluble nutrient density. In one study, individuals with documented gut permeability elevation showed significantly lower serum retinol levels than matched controls, with intact gut barriers, suggesting that vitamin A status and gut mucosal integrity are tracking together in ways that extend well beyond the digestive tract. The second hidden sign is that you bruise easily, your wounds heal slowly, and you notice that small cuts or abrasions take longer to close than they used to. This one surprises people most consistently when I raise it because it seems so distant from anything dietary. Bruising and wound healing feel like they belong in a conversation about blood clotting or immune function, not about what you ate this week. But the biology is direct. Easy bruising is frequently a sign of compromised capillary integrity. The small blood vessels, becoming more fragile than they should be. This is strongly associated with vitamin C insufficiency, which is required for collagen synthesis in vascular walls, and with vitamin K insufficiency, which regulates the clotting factors that prevent excessive bleeding from minor trauma. Slow wound healing involves a broader set of nutritional requirements: adequate zinc for cellular proliferation and immune response, sufficient protein for tissue reconstruction, and B vitamins for the energy metabolism that powers the repair process. What connects all of these to diet specifically is that they are consistently associated with dietary patterns low in whole plant foods, insufficient in diverse protein sources, and high in ultra-processed products that deliver calories without the micronutrient density that tissue maintenance requires. According to research, even moderate deficiencies in vitamin C levels below optimal but above the clinical scurvy threshold are associated with impaired collagen synthesis, increased capillary fragility, and measurably slower wound healing in otherwise healthy adults. In one study, young adults with diets in the lowest quartile for fruit and vegetable variety showed significantly higher rates of easy bruising and extended wound closure times compared to those in the highest quartile, independent of total caloric intake. The problem was not how much they were eating. It was the nutritional density of what they chose. Your skin and your vascular tissue are giving you a readout of your dietary micronutrient status. Most people never look at it that way. The third hidden sign is that your sleep feels architecturally wrong, meaning you fall asleep without difficulty but wake repeatedly. Dream intensely and recall the dreams vividly, feel physically tense upon waking, and never quite reach the deep, physically restorative sleep that leaves you genuinely refreshed. I've talked about sleep and gut health in previous videos, but I want to come at it from the dietary angle today, specifically the magnesium and glycine connection, which is one of the most clinically relevant and least discussed areas in sleep nutrition. According to research, magnesium insufficiency, again, not deficiency in the clinical sense, but optimal availability, is one of the most prevalent nutritional gaps in modern diets, particularly in individuals eating heavily processed foods, drinking significant amounts of alcohol, or under chronic stress, all of which increase urinary magnesium excretion, each of them the mucosal dryness, the tissue fragility. The architecturally shallow sleep is the body surfacing a nutritional message through a system that no one associates with diet. The eyes, the skin, the sleep architecture are all downstream of the same thing, A diet that is delivering calories without delivering the specific micronutrient density, the fat-soluble nutrition, the mineral availability, and the amino acid profile that the body's maintenance systems depend on. According to research, the gap between adequate caloric intake and genuinely nourishing dietary quality is where most of the chronic, low-grade, unexplained symptom burden in young adults actually lives. Not in dramatic deficiency. In the persistent, multi-system insufficiency that produces no single dramatic signal, just a collection of quiet ones, each pointing in the same direction, waiting to be read together. You may be eating enough. You may not be eating right. And the difference between those two things is written all over your body, in places most people never think to look. I hope this gave you a genuinely new way of reading your own signals. Drop a comment and tell me which of the three you recognized. I read all of them. If this was useful, hit the like button and share it with someone who has been chasing symptoms in the wrong direction. And if you're new to Nutriflow, subscribe and hit the bell. See you in the next one.